here to watch Mariah Keegan-Calfee do her
Dad,
speech.
stop. I have to be serious about
Okay.
this. Did you know that breastfeeding is one of the most effective ways to ensure a child's health and survival? It sounds crazy, right?
Yeah.
Forget dad bods. Let's talk about mom bods for a moment. According to the WHO, or World Health Organization, globally, breastfeeding is only done 40% exclusively. The first years are the most essential because there's brain development, immune system development, and overall physiological development. It is so important, that is why the American Academy of Pediatrics and the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists strongly recommend breastfeeding exclusively for at least 6 months, for the first 6 months of the baby's life. Let's talk about the benefits for the baby. According to kidshealth.org, breast milk provides the ideal vitamins, protein, and fat, everything a baby needs, and it's free. It lowers the risk of asthma and allergies, even ear infections. How crazy is that? Not only those, but also respiratory illnesses and diarrhea. According to American Academy of Pediatrics, breastfeeding helps with prevention of sudden infant death syndrome, also known as SIDS, fewer cases of bacterial meningitis, and better vision. Now, let's talk about the benefits for the mother. First, physical. Weight loss. You're probably thinking, what? Yep, when a mom is breastfeeding, she burns twice as many calories, so you can literally sit and burn calories. Oxytocin is released, causing the uterus to shrink, and it lowers the chance of bleeding and also makes the uterus go back to its original size faster. It also lowers the risk of ovarian cancer, and if your baby's not sick, you're going to have less absenteeism from work. Next, emotional. Like I mentioned before, breastfeeding produces naturally soothing hormones like oxytocin and prolactin, which help with positive feelings and stress reduction, which increases confidence and increases calmness. Did you know that breastfed babies cry less? Breastfeeding also helps with skin to skin and bonding, which makes the baby feel more secure and also helps the mother. Last, benefits for life. According to the Center for Disease Control, there's a lower risk of breast cancer, lower risk of arthritis and lupus, lower risk of less endometriosis, less diabetes, less hypertension, and less cardiovascular disease. There are many concerns and myths with breastfeeding. Not creating enough milk is one, but even if you don't, it's better to feed some than none at all. Sore nipples are common, and so are cracked, dry nipples. You might be worrying about how you're going to store milk. You can pump breast milk, and you can store it for 2 days in a fridge or freeze up to 6 months, and after you can also donate it. Breast engorgement can also be painful, but it is treatable and preventable. Mastitis can also be very painful. It is when a bacteria enters the nipple. Antibiotics help and are still safe for the baby to breastfeed while you're taking them. The ABCs of breastfeeding. A is for awareness. Watch for signs of hunger. On-demand feeding is best. Normal is 8 to 12 times every 24 hours. B is for be patient. Don't rush the baby. 10 to 20 minutes each breast is a good amount of time. Comfort, relax. When you relax, it helps let down in the breast, which makes the flow better for you and the baby. Times you should not breastfeed. There are many reasons, but here are a few. HIV positive, which can pass on to the baby. Active tuberculosis. Illegal drugs or prescriptions, which you can get your prescriptions checked by your doctor. Consumption of alcohol. Did you know that breast milk changes with not only the baby's age, but also with illnesses? Breast milk changes as baby grows. As babies grow, so they get exactly what they need when they need it. There's a mammary gland receptor that can interpret the baby's spit backwash for bacteria or viruses, and your mom's body will change the immunological composition, tailoring to the baby's particular pathogens that it needs. That is why the color changes. It can range from green, yellow, and pink. The perfect food. Breast milk is often called the perfect food for a baby's digestive system. Breast milk also contains lactose, protein, and fat, which are most easily digested by a newborn. Breastfed infants have an easier time digesting breast milk because of the nutrients. Breast milk is the perfect taste. A mother consumes an extra 300 to 500 calories a day which can introduce breastfed babies to different flavors. In essence, they will be more willing to try different foods. So it's a win-win for each. Breastfeeding has to be learned and does not always come easy to all. And like mentioned above, there can be many, many difficulties. You need a support system. There are a lot of ways to find that support. There are many groups for new moms struggling with breastfeeding, milkworks in your area that will help with latching issues and any other issues you might come by with breastfeeding. Whichever route a new mother takes, the best route is a fed baby, whether it be formula or breast milk.
Wow. Yeah, that's my college girl.